There has been a lot of good dialogue within the MCU, whether it be the funny things Tom Holland Spider-Man has said or when Tony Stark revealed his identity. However, when it comes to the villains, they too have had their fair share of good lines and clever things they have said. Today we're going to share 20 best quotes from those MCU villains. First up on our list is from Loki. "An ant has no quarrel with a boot," he said. This line is the perfect clapback to Nick Fury, who up to this point had been the king of one-liners. And of course we have got to include Thanos on this list, perfectly balanced as all things should be, having the spotlight as the villain throughout a couple of phases. There were many things Thanos said during his on-screen time. While he does horrible things, he ultimately wants to bring balance to the universe, believing planets would do better with smaller populations. Zemo managed to pit the Avengers against each other, saying this line in Civil War, "An empire toppled by its enemies can rise again, but one that crumbles from within, that's dead forever. Valiant effort, but you never stood a chance. You see, I am not a queen or a monster, I am the goddess of death. What were you the god of again?" As the goddess of death in warning her brother Thor, Hela's performance is pitch perfect for the mightiest Avenger. "Bury me in the oceans with my ancestors who jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage." This line from Killmonger struck an emotional chord with both enemies and audiences at the time. Ultron was created to maintain peace, built by Bruce Banner and Tony Stark using technology they did not fully comprehend in an attempt to achieve the impossible. When Ultron develops his own consciousness, he sees the perils of letting the Avengers exist, saying, "You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. How is humanity saved if it is not allowed to evolve? Look at these puppets. There's only one path to peace, the Avengers' extinction." Weapon designer 𝘠𝘠𝗏 has had choice words of his own. "If you can make God bleed, the people will cease to believe in him, and there will be blood in the water, and the sharks will come. The truth, all I have to do is sit here and watch as the world will consume you." 𝘨𝑚 actually had a good quote, to be honest. There is an extra layer of depth to this quote since Doctor Strange becomes the guardians of the Time Stone. People think in terms of good and evil, but really, time is the true enemy of us all. Time kills everything. From Captain America Winter Soldier, Alexander Pierce uses his influence to try and undermine both the Avengers and Nick Fury with his famous quote, "To build a really better world sometimes means having to tear the old one down, and that makes enemies." The enemy for Captain Marvel, the Supreme Intelligence, taking the shape of Dr. Wendy to get close to Captain Marvel, says, "It's cute how hard you try, but remember, without us, you're weak, you're flawed, helpless. We saved you. Without us, you're only human." This quote shows not only the character's huge inflated ego, it sets up an inspirational moment. Vulture from the Spider-Man films has dragged the rich in some ways with what he said. "Those people up there, the rich and the powerful, they do whatever they want. Guys like us, like you and me, they don't care about us. We build their roads and we fight all their wars and everything, but they don't care about us. We have to pick up after them." Mysterio was one of those villains that really stuck their nose up high and was very self-centered in a way, his famous quote being, "Don't ever apologize for being the smartest one in the room." This quote perfectly encapsulates the agenda of appropriately named ego. "I need to fulfill life's one true purpose, to grow and spread, covering all that exists until everything is me." Yellow Jacket, aka Darren Cross, isn't the most unique villain. He is the CEO of an axe to grind and a want to use technology for personal power. We have seen him in the Ant-Man films saying, "What laws? Of man? The laws of nature transcend the laws of man, and I've transcended the laws of nature." 𝘊𝘆𝘆𝑆𝑡𝑎𝑛 is the first true villain of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He also delivers one of MCU's first Easter eggs. "It's what we do. We're ironmongers. We make weapons." This quote touches on some pretty deep themes, as reality itself cannot be destroyed and some events are inevitable. You think you can stop this? the eighth year cannot be destroyed. But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What do you think about all these moments? Which one was your favorite? And who is your favorite villain from this franchise? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys!